Sore loser Spice has been running this whole colorism thing into the ground, okay? And I watched Monday, April 15th of 2019's Love and Hip Hop Atlanta Season 8, Episode 5, titled The Skin You're In. And she keeps trying to say that her complexion is why her skin has not taken off in America. And, you know, all this stuff about hypocrisy and all this other foolishness. So I'm going to break down the top 3 reasons. Now, there's other reasons I could have thrown out there, but the top 3 reasons why your girl Spice Girl, is not popping in America and possibly won't ever be. Number 1, her music sucks / you can't understand what she's saying. Between her accent and that patois, like this remix of English that Jamaican people speak, it's like you can't even understand what she's saying a lot of the times she's speaking or she's performing. How am I going to enjoy something that's in a foreign language? Unless it's Stromae. Now, Stromae makes some good music. He's a Belgian rapper. Look him up. Stromae. Just type in Stromae on YouTube. Stromae. And enjoy. But anyways, you can't even understand what she's saying a lot of the times. So how are we supposed to enjoy it? And the music is just not good. The beats are not something you want to hear over and over again. And the little bit that I could understand, you know, that a little bit of words that I could understand that she said, it wasn't hitting on anything. It didn't resonate anything with me. It didn't sound interesting. It didn't sound important. And it didn't just sound good in general. You know, sometimes songs don't really have much of a meaning, and they may not be lyrically all of that great, but they have a quote unquote vibe to them. So I didn't get that from her music at all from what I heard. That's number 1. Number 2, she's talking about like complexion and, you know, like that's why she's not popping in America, in the States. However, I heard that she's like the biggest dance hall artist in Jamaica. Okay, so since your music is all of that great, why didn't they just make a Redbone or a light skin version of Spice and have that person basically be this huge artist here in America who's just doing the same thing? I mean, if that's the case. So pretty much my number 2 example is, who's the biggest Redbone mixed or light skin artist who does the exact same thing that Spice is doing here in America? Crickets. That person doesn't exist. They're non-existent. Now, you would think that they would be at the top of the charts, right? There must be some Redbone chick running around getting all types of platinum records right here in America for doing the same thing that Spice is doing, you know, since complexion is the issue, not her music, not her attitude, not anything else. Anyways, so number 1, the music is not there. It's not that good. You can't understand what she's saying. Number 2, where's the artist who's comparable to her, but the only thing different is their complexion, since that's the issue. And finally, number 3, dancehall music was big in the 90s until the early 2000s. She's approximately 15 to 20 years too late, maybe even 25. If you really think about it. You know, they say that, you know, music comes in, you know, on a wave, quote unquote. As far as like the sound of music, it normally would change around every 5 years or so in so-called hip hop, so-called urban music. But things are stagnant right now, but that's just not what people are listening to in America. Like this, does she not understand that? She makes niche music. It's a very niche genre. That's not something that everybody listens to. It's not a general audience music genre, like saying pop or even regular hip hop or hell R&B music or rock. Dancehall is a very specific music. It never was the biggest music in America. It's always been big in Jamaica as far as I know. But I mean, it's Jamaican music. What do you expect? Imagine if somebody from the UK came over here and said, hey, grime isn't the top genre of music, or my grime music isn't the biggest music on the charts, or if somebody came over here to America from Brazil or somewhere and said, hey, my reggaeton music, Spanish reggae rap, it's not #1 in the charts. And I think it's because of some hypocrisy, man. I think that y'all just don't like me because of my complexion. And really, I wonder if Tego Calderon went and was asking for like Kleenexes and whatnot back in the day because he felt like people wouldn't like his music because of his complexion here in America. I'm gonna have to look that up. I don't ever remember him saying anything like that, you know, like for, you know, the times that I saw him back in the day. I'm gonna have to look that up. But complexion has nothing to do with anything. What it boils down to is plain and simple. It's hard to understand what you're saying. The beats aren't that good. The parts where we can understand what you're saying aren't that good. It's subpar music. It's really not all of that great. Nothing to scream about. There is no one who is just like you, except for the only thing is that she's a red bone. So that way you can say, see, she made it. How come I didn't make it? There's not even any sort of reference, any sort of example that you can use. And please don't tell me Beyonce, because she doesn't make that type of music. Stop. And finally, you're late. 15 to 20 years minimum, possibly 25 years too late with the genre of music that you're trying to do in America. Why don't you make something that sounds more current? Maybe it'll work out for you. Maybe some sort of fusion of like trap hall, dance hall trap. I don't know. That sounds terrible, just saying that, because I hate trap music with a passion. But anyways, this is all my opinion. What do I know? You might disagree with me. If so, why? Don't just call me names. Don't just say stupid things, you know, in my comment section. I'm just going to block you, possibly delete your comment. You know, tell me why I'm wrong. Don't just call me any sort of name. Even if you think, well, the name wasn't that bad, meat. No, don't do that in my comment section. Don't disrespect me in my own comment section. And don't come to me talking about, this is YouTube's website. This ain't yours. It's my comment section. That's why I can delete you and block you, because it's mine. So don't try to disrespect me on my own platform. Don't do it. Anyways, this is all my opinion. Let me know what y'all think about it below. Meat Magazine on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, and MeWe. Meat Magazine blog on Instagram. Thumbs up, comment, subscribe, click the notification button, and that way when you click that notification bell, you'll receive alerts when new videos get posted.